After beating Sean O'Malley for the second time and now by finish, does Merab Dvalishvili have a case to be number one pound for pound? Let's start with Merab Dvalishvili's last 6 wins. I mean, it starts with Jose Aldo practically dominating him. Some say he held him against the fence, but he got the victory. He got the victory, and there was no question about it. He deserved it. It was a 30-27 straight. And that's a champion right on his record right there. Then he goes to Piotr Jan. Many are doubting him against Piotr Jan. What does he do? He 50-45s Piotr Jan. Piotr Jan's eye was completely shut, so you can't say he just shot takedowns, which is what he did. But I mean, props to him, 50-45ing a former champion again. Then he goes to Henry Cejudo. That was not a close fight either. That was a 30-27 for Merab Dvalishvili. You can argue Henry Cejudo may have won that first round just off of the way he rocked Merab. But what Merab did right after, he stood up, he protested, and he dominated him. Then he goes and challenges for the title. He fights Sean O'Malley. By the way, guys, Henry Cejudo, that's a double champ again. So he practically beat 4 title holders right there. 4 title holders. Henry Cejudo counts as 2 because he holds 2. And then he fights Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley, no match for Merab Dvalishvili. He got completely shut down in this fight. Sure, he hurt Merab with a body shot at the end of the 5th round. But really, Merab was in control of that fight and he dominated to become champion. Then, this is where it gets good. He fights Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar, he was thought out as the guy that was going to dominate the division, have his own title reign. That was completely shut down by Merab after the second round ended. It was 3, 4, and 5 straight for Merab, and there was no doubt about it. That was just probably one of the most epic performances you'll ever see in bantamweight history. And now, what he just did on Saturday, he fought Sean O'Malley and he subbed him in the 3rd round. Many people thought that Sean O'Malley was going to take a turn of tides, whatever you want to call it, that Sean O'Malley was going to beat Merab. But no, Merab dominated him for those 3 rounds. And then Sean O'Malley fell into the pressure and he tapped. Just to say, guys, those are some epic wins. His last 6 wins are probably uncomparable to anyone else. I don't think anyone has better wins in their last 6 in comparison to him. But that's for us to compare it to the number 1 pound for pound, Islam Makhachev. Now let's talk about the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the UFC right now. It's Islam Makhachev. And there's no question about it, yes. But today we are questioning it. Are we thinking that Merab has a better record than him? Does Merab deserve number 1 pound for pound? Well, let's take a look at it, all right? So, guys, in his last 6 fights, it's King Green, it's Charles Oliveira, Alexander Volkanovski twice, Dustin Poirier, and Renato Moicano. Note that he is finishing these guys. I mean, the only guy that he didn't finish was Alexander Volkanovski, and that was one fight. That was one fight that he didn't get a finish. Then when Alexander Volkanovski came on 11 days' notice, well, he put him on notice with a head kick knockout. Now, many say that it was on 11 days' notice. He wouldn't have KO'd him if he had preparation. Well, too bad. When you enter that octagon, you got to be prepared. And that's what happens there. A win is a win. A KO is a KO. That's all I'm saying. But if we're comparing these records, guys, Makhachev has only beat 2 former champions. Obviously, you have one former interim champion in Dustin Poirier. Now, the quality is very high in lightweight. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if you look at Merab's record, he's beaten people that you would not expect to be all on one resume. I'm just saying, guys, Jose Aldo, you got Henry Cejudo, Piotr Jan, Sean O'Malley, and Umar Nurmagomedov. And that's just in his last 6 fights. If we look more down, it gets even better. Well, not even better, but there's still some good records, good fighters to look at. But Islam Makhachev, again, for him, if you look down, you got that win over Arman Tsarukyan and you got that win over Dan Hooker. Those are very notable wins. And this is not to put down Makhachev at all. But I'm just saying, guys, the pound for pound number 1 and pound for pound number 2 are very close. It is very close. It's a very close conversation. The only thing that would separate them right now by a margin would be if Islam Makhachev does dethrone JDM and become the welterweight champion. That would just set the bar very high, and I don't know if there's much that Merab could do there. Maybe if Pantosha comes up and he beats Pantosha, we could consider it close again. I'm just saying, guys, the conversation has never been better. And guys, I love the way these divisions are panning out. I mean, these champions are really proving themselves as of late. And it's good to see a fighter being just at the top of the list. I love it because we've been seeing a lot of change throughout the divisions, constant new champions and new champions. But these men have proven that they're able to defend the belt and they are the best in the world. And I just love seeing it. So, guys, with all that being said, do you think Merab Dvalishvili is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world right now? Or do you think the conversation should at least be made for him? Do you think Merab has the chance to prove himself to be the undeniable pound for pound in the future? Or do you think Islam Makhachev will get that title and will beat Ilya as well? Comment down below, guys. I'm always curious to see your opinions. Thank you for watching.